All right, Mr. Saxena, thank you very much for joining us live on the broadcast. And now Captain Amit Singh, who's also an aviation expert, joins me live on the broadcast. Sir, how do you view this mass boycott call across all the sectors, and starting with the company that has 65% of its investors based from Canada and also other nations, and 70% ground work that has been handled by the Celebi now being at the center stage of being called out for the support that Turkey has also been called out to Pakistan. How do you view this very particular decision by the BCAS now playing out for the future of also the work of the agency that is going to be coming forward and now taking up the role of handling the work and operations at 9 airports in India?
Well, airports are critical infrastructure, and detailed security background clearance is required. And this started off around 2017-18, when it was noticed that a lot of ground handling companies were outsourcing their jobs to other companies, and those employees were not verified. There were some employees who were caught with expired passes, and there were fake passes issued, all that stuff. So then biometrics started, and then because of the security concern, the whole policy was relooked, and a new policy came in, after which Celebi applied, and they were given approval post BCAS security clearance, which means they will look at the people who are managing the company, the organization, financial, the security clearances, inputs from intelligence agencies. Post 2022-23, Turkey decided beyond economic means, they went towards defense exports, especially to Azerbaijan, Pakistan, and Libya. So all these raised some heckles that there is something wrong. In 2022, in fact, the Tatas appointed the CEO of Turkish Airlines as the chairman of Air India. And after a hue and cry, and there were some terror links to the funds which were there in Turkey, with which this person was allegedly connected. So then he withdrew his nomination. This was prior to his BCAS approval, but he was appointed by Air India. There were other cases of ground handling agencies. There was another cargo operator who was again linked with the AirAsia, in which Tata had a stake. He had a partner who had terror links with Iran. So these kind of news, when you read and hear, so there is a need to do some deep background checks and security clearances, especially at installations like these. And going forward, it is even important for the board members and their backgrounds to be checked thoroughly. The Ministry of Civil Aviation has issued a circular that no appointments will be done unless the person is cleared by security. The background check has been done thoroughly. But I think Celebi and the security threat was quite high. And especially after the incidents of the past few weeks, the threat even increases, especially when Turkey has been openly supplying arms to Pakistan and Azerbaijan, who have been acting against the interest of Indian security. So going forward, we have seen in February 25, in fact, Air India Express has done an agreement with a Turkish maintenance organization for maintenance of the aircrafts. Even Indigo has hired 777s, and they have committed some maintenance to Turkish agencies. So how are these things happening, and why is nobody having a bigger picture of where things are headed towards? So that we need to relook, because if we are inclining towards Turkey, then all of a sudden this is a knee-jerk reaction, whereas everybody knew that there was a trend and they picked up before. So why did anybody not raise these issues beforehand? That is the question, where we missed the ball.
Well, all right, Mr. Singh, thank you very much for giving us this context and complete, in fact, idea of what this is going to mean like. Meanwhile, the aviation watchdog BCAS has revoked the security clearance